We're back on Politics Nation with the right wing still reeling from that historic Supreme Court decision. They're vowing to get rid of President Obama's health care law starting next week, with a vote scheduled on July 11th to repeal it. Meanwhile, Tea Party groups are planning July 4th rallies and are going back to the old playbook of seeking out members of Congress and pressuring them to overturn the law. The GOP is worried this election could be the last chance to defeat the law. If President Obama wins re-election and Democrats keep their majority in the Senate or even take over the House, game over. But the money they're pouring in will be unlike anything we've ever seen. They'll do anything they can to repeal it, but they'll have to go through our next guest. Joining me now is Lee Saunders, the man who will stand up to the Republicans' plan to block access to health care insurance to more than 30 million Americans. Last month, he was elected the first African-American president of the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees. He also co-authored a new book, The Main Street Moment, which was released in June. Lee, thank you for being here, and congratulations.
Thank you, Al.
Let's start with this. What are the chances the GOP can repeal this law?
I think it's zero. I mean, enough is enough. I mean, the law was passed by Congress. It was signed by the president. It was upheld by the Supreme Court. It's over. What we've got to start talking about now are jobs, rebuilding our economy, supporting working families, and supporting the middle class all over this country. Those are the issues that folks care about all over the country, and that's what we've got to get back to.
Now, when you hear the language of repeal, and I hear you saying it's over, but they still have the rhetoric, and I just want the people to understand, in order for them to successfully repeal this law, they'd have to win the White House, maintain control of the House of Representatives, and gain at least 3 Senate seats. Now, they're going to throw a lot of money. We're going to see money unlike we've ever seen before. But you've said, as the new international president of AFSCME and others, that you're going to be out there with a strong ground game and resources. They're not going to have a pushover when it comes to a lot of these congressional and Senate seats and the White House fight.
Well, we'll never be able to match the amount of money that's going to be thrown into this race by the ultra-conservatives and the right wing. But we will be able to match up well, as a matter of fact, surpass their ability to organize in our communities, organize our union members, organize our progressive allies, organize our base. And that's exactly what we've got to do. We've got to mobilize our folks, organize our people, and educate them about the importance of this election. This election is a big deal. It means a lot to working families and to the middle class across this country, and we've got to be involved like never before. Not matching the dollars, and we'll raise some money, and we'll spend some money, but making sure that our communities and our members understand the importance of this election and get out the vote in November, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to mobilize our base, and we're going to get out the vote.
Now, the importance of it, the Cook Political Report Senate map shows that Republicans could pick up those 3 seats. With 3 more Senate seats, Republicans could use a procedural move called reconciliation to eliminate key parts of the law. So every vote in these critical states really counts.
Well, we've got to make sure, Al, that we keep the Senate, and we've got to work hard in those targeted areas to keep the Senate. We've got to do everything possible to target those House races where we can possibly flip the House. But just as important, we've got to reelect Barack Obama. He is standing up for working families. He stood up for the middle class. He's fighting like never before, and we've got to stand shoulder to shoulder with him and fight with him and make sure that he's reelected in November.
Because of the court rulings, we're going to see money like we never have seen before, maybe $2 billion spent by them. And we have the report out today how the president is saying that we need to raise money. I need to raise money. The Daily Beast got an audio of President Obama on Friday urging top donors to give more, quote, I'm quoting what he said to them on this audio. I'm asking you to meet and exceed what you did in 2008 because we're going to have to deal with these super PACs in a serious way. And if we don't, Frankly, I think the political scene is going to be changed permanently. The special interests that are financing my opponent's campaign are going to consolidate themselves. They're going to run Congress and the White House. That's a little scary, Mr. Saunders.
Yes, it is. We've got to ask our allies and our friends to dig deep into their pockets and provide the necessary resources so Barack Obama can win. But we've also got to do something else, and not only at the national level, but at the state and local government level, Al. We've got to work like never before to make sure that we elect friendly and worker-family-friendly legislators in those state legislatures. We've got to re-elect or elect governors who are worker-friendly. In Michigan, we've got a huge fight, which is coming up in November, where we're challenging the law that was passed by the Michigan legislature and by the governor, where they can actually displace politicians, displace elected officials, and put dictators in to run governments all over that state.
Yeah,
we're challenging that. We're challenging that in Michigan, and we're going to win that.
All right, Lee Saunders, thank you for your time tonight, and again, congratulations on winning the presidency of AFSCME.
Thank you very much, Al.